So hello, welcome to Dynamite United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of today's news and concerning the takeover because we have some few updates concerning that also, and also some news about Harry Maguire, Mason Mount, Sancho, and the rest. So stick to the end of the video as we're going to be talking about everything. This is not how the setup is going to be from going forward, but today I have some few problems with some of my equipment. So yeah, let's get down to everything. So according to Jacobs Ben, a journalist who did an interview in a Manchester United fan channel just like ours earlier today, he gave some insight concerning the takeover, and shout out to them. Of course, they are a very big channel and they are doing a great job. And from the interview, he said there won't be an extra preferred bidder stage once they are choosing, and the next stage will be a full completion. Previously it was being said that when the bidder is being chosen either between Shadim Ratcliffe or Sheikh Jassim, then there'll be a period whereby there'll be like an exclusive time where some other issues will be trashed out. But it seems those has been done, already been completed, and once the preferred bidder is being chosen, it will move on to the next stage of completing signing and transferring the funds and every other thing that's going to be like the completion of the whole deal. So, and also he said the 992 Foundation know that there's lots of work to do, not just an overhaul in one department. They want to get a move on should the bid be accepted as quick as possible. And Qatar will conduct a 100-day review of the board to see who will stay and who will go. Of course, there's no need. Honestly, there's no need for that. I guess everybody will be in agreement that John Mota, Richard Arnold, maybe Darren Fletcher can stay, but most of those board members need to go. They have been shambles for the past year. They have always been there for some time, so they are not new faces. So definitely, most of them definitely has to go. And also concerning the budget, he says Manchester United budget and summer plans won't be significantly altered once the takeover is complete. There will be the usual changes and discussions regarding the kind of players to sign. Man United will have an initial budget of 100 million to spend regardless of the owners, and they want 2 early signings. And there's a positive mood now in the camp of Sheikh Jassim. What Sir Jim Ratcliffe has done is tried to avoid head-to-head with Sheikh Jassim. Of course, if he does that, Sheikh Jassim has lots of money, and of course he knows he cannot win. That's why when it was being reported that he wants to buy the full club, he had to go back and re-strategize. That's why he came back and be like, okay, fine, I'm going to give you this amount for half of the club, because he knows that in terms of buying the full club, he cannot go toe to toe with Sheikh Jassim. Of course, there's more money in Qatar compared to what Sergeant Ratcliffe can sum up. And it's also said what has been indicated by multiple sources is that the magic number is that if the magic number is hit from a bid, there will be eager sellers. It's all about money to the Glazers. Suggesting representatives don't have the best relationship with Rain Group due to the use of intermediaries and overall lack of direct contact. And so yeah, basically this is saying that the Glazers is all about money. We know that. Most of you commenting on this page, especially on Facebook, you guys know that it's all about money for the Glazers, and so it means Sheikh Jassim probably knows the amount of money that he will have to bid for the Glazers to accept, and the Glazers know the amount they want for them to leave. So it's down to Sheikh Jassim to see if he's willing to pay as much money as possible to buy the club. Because if he does that, then the Glazers will be willing to leave, and of course, Sergeant Ratcliffe won't be able to match if it's going to be 6 billion, 7 billion pounds. We know that Sergeant Ratcliffe definitely cannot match that. So then it all comes down to Sheikh Jassim to bid the amount the Glazers want. He knows the Glazers. He probably knows it because they probably told him the amount he would bid for them to go. And if he does that, then they will leave. So leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about this whole takeover scenario. I'm sure we are tired, but the report is that we'll get some good news this week. Today is Monday. There remaining 4 days. Probably going to come out on Friday. That's when most takeover news comes out for Manchester United. So maybe on Friday. So we have 4 days to go before we know what's really happening concerning takeover. And down to some Mason Mount news. I know I posted yesterday concerning Mason Mount, and the problem is just the negotiation with Chelsea. Chelsea wants 70 to 80 million pounds. Manchester United wants to pay 50 to 60 million pounds. So it's down to negotiation. And of course, Mason Mount probably won't wait forever for us to get this deal done. So it's down for It's down to the negotiators, and of course we know that we are very, 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 very silly, stupid negotiators. We don't know how to sign players, don't know how to negotiate. So at the end of the day, we might likely overpay for Mason Mount after waiting for months and months and months to get this done, because I don't think it's going to be done this month. And even if it's done this month, it's probably going to be on towards the ending of this month. Meanwhile, this transfer speculation or new rumor has been running for like 2 weeks now, but there's no breakthrough. But we know that Mason Mount wants to come to United, so it's up to us to finalize that deal. And also from Jacobs Ben, he said Daniel Levy is almost prepared to force Harry Kane to stay at Spurs with the hope he falls in love with the new managers, with the new management this season. How can a manager from Celtic come and keep Harry Kane? Harry Kane should probably leave, but for the Harry Kane to United situation, Harry Kane has to force a move. If he doesn't force a move, then he's going nowhere. So we know we want to sign him. We have probably spoken to his camp, and they know that we are interested. But Daniel Levy doesn't want to sell, so he's left for Harry Kane to place in a transfer request to force a move. But if he doesn't force a move, there's nothing we can do. And if he doesn't want to do that, then I'm pretty interested in us signing someone else, because I don't even want Kane. Kane is old. I know he's a world-class striker. You're going to say he's world-class, blah, 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 fine. But he's going to be 30 this year, and I feel we should get someone a bit younger. And also, I posted something about Jadon Sancho interests from Spurs. It is said that that is very, very, very real. And Man United are not putting him out for sale. But if good offers come for him, we will look at accepting those. Like if a very good offer comes, we will sell him. Just like McTominay, just like Maguire. We know that Maguire is up for sale, but it's not public knowledge. McTominay also is up for sale, but it's not public knowledge. But if an offer comes from this for these players and they're a good deal, then we'll look at selling Harry Maguire. We'll probably look at selling Scott McTominay. Then if a good deal comes for Sancho, then maybe we'll look at selling him, because it's also said that PSG and Napoli have sent scouts to watch Jadon Sancho and discuss him internally. So if PSG and Napoli are interested, well, I can see us doing a deal with Napoli for Osimhen, and maybe they can come and get Sancho. And I can see us getting £50 million for Sancho, which is, for me, I'm going to take it now, because Sancho has been at the club for 2 years now, and this next season is going to be his third season. And for the first 2 seasons, he hasn't really done much. And for me, next season is going to be my final season for Sancho. If he doesn't do well next season, then definitely he should leave by the summer of 2024. But if an offer comes for him now, then of course, why not? Probably we should look at selling him or something like that. And also from the same player, he said in their meetings this week, Erik ten Hag will reiterate Harry Maguire's dwindling role in the squad in terms of game time. United will look to offload him. How much are we going to get for Harry Maguire? Tell me in the comment section below, how much do you think we would get for Harry Maguire? Because yeah, we definitely need to sell him. And also, he said Jordan Pickford is one to watch. That might not go down well. Of course, we doesn't. I'm never going to talk about Pickford. Pickford is shit. I don't know, but we shouldn't even be talking about him. But from that same source, it said Brighton are going to want an absolute minimum of £70 million guaranteed, with an extra 10 million for Moises Caicedo. Man United are interested, but not as big target compared to other clubs and players. Yeah, we know that we have been scouting Caicedo even before he came to Brighton. That was like 2 years ago. Of course, that's what we do. We scout good players, but we don't sign them. They go to another club, they perform very well, and then we go and beat crazy money for them. But 70 or 80 million for Caicedo is a no. I don't think we have that much money, so I'm not even going to talk about that. Probably it's going to go to Arsenal or somewhere else. But someone I want to talk about is Rasmus Hojlund, the young striker of Atalanta, the Danish striker, who has a very good potential, and we are definitely interested in him because we have talked to his camp. He has his new management is the same as Erik ten Hag, so there's a kind of a relationship there, and yeah, he's someone who will probably keep an eye on. But he was asked about Manchester United recently. I think that was yesterday on a video call. It was an interview with a journalist, and he said there has been no video call with Manchester United. I can't say anything about that. It's a huge club, so I must have done something right if it says they want me. My goal is to reach the top shelf, and you can say that Manchester United is and so it will be a huge deal if I should go there. Uh, Definitely I'm interested in Rasmus Hojlund. He's, how old is he? 22, 21. He's a very, very upcoming good striker. I won't say I've watched much. I've not watched him play. I don't watch the Serie A games that much. I've watched some few clips of him, and he looks like a good talent. And of course, who wants him? Eric Ten Hag wants him, not the club, not John Mata, not John Arnold. Eric Ten Hag wants him, so that's something I will look out for, because Eric Ten Hag is definitely going to develop this player, because this guy has much more development in him. He's not a finished striker. He has many more development in him. So if we're going to go for that young striker that we're going to develop in the years to come, I'm all for that. And for me, that would be a good deal. So that is all that's coming out today. We know the Mason Mount deal. We know the Harry Maguire deal, Jadon Sancho, the takeover process, and we'll see how those things pans out. But honestly, I don't want to ramble on too much, but I'm really tired of the whole transfer scene. It's stressful right now. It's really, really stressful. Well, I hope we get progress with all those things done very, very soon, because come on, Chelsea are making moves. Was they're not really signed anybody yet. Chelsea are making moves. Arsenal are making moves. Liverpool have signed McAllister last week and probably get signed someone this week or probably early next week to get signings done. Man City will no man sign interested in Kovacic. They have almost signed Kovacic. So everybody has a deal they have almost completed. But Manchester United, we are here battling with selling players, takeover news, everything, have frustration, and it's all so frustrating. So that is all for now, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Definitely from now till Friday, we'll get more takeover rumors, takeover news. Some people jumping the gun saying, "Oh, Qatar is done. It is finalized with Qatar." Meanwhile, that is definitely false, because it could go either way. We don't know what's going to happen, because if the Glazers wants to stay, then Qatar is not going to win. If they want to leave, then Qatar wins. So it could go 50-50. We're not in the minds of the Glazers. We don't know what's happening there. But for now, we know that the favorites to win this race is Sheikh Jassim. So let's see how that goes. Don't forget, this is Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. If you're on Facebook, don't forget to like this page and follow my page, Die Hard United. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click on that subscribe button, notification bell, so whenever I post new content, you will get you get alerted, obviously. And also, if you're on YouTube, go to my Facebook page, Die Hard United. If you're on Facebook, jump over to the YouTube account, Die Hard United, and let's follow, like, share, and every other thing. And I will see you all on the next one.